Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be switching it up a little bit and we're going to be making homemade, fresh, organic dog food. So if you know me or you don't, I have two dogs. Their names are Black Lives Matter and Black Girl Magic. They're Shitzu twins. And they're amazing. They're my kids, my life. And a lot of people always ask me like, oh, what do you feed them? Or I post about it and they're like, oh, let me know what you're doing. So I'm going to show everyone today really quickly how we go through it. I'll just start with a couple of the ingredients. So I have fresh boiled white organic rice. Everything is organic, guys, because only the best for my babies. I have organic spinach and radishes diced up into small cubes. The radishes are diced up into here. I don't cook these because it's really good for their teeth. It helps to clean their teeth, the roughness of the radish. And then I have freshly cooked organic ground turkey. So we're going to start with this. We just have the turkey. And what we simply do is we just start to add the ingredients in. So I like to add them in slowly so that we could really get them mixed into everything. So I mixed everything up. And with the ground turkey, it's really important to make sure that you don't have any fat left in there. That just doesn't sit well with most dogs' stomachs. So it's really important just to make sure you cook it all the way through. Make sure there's no extra anything left at the bottom of the pan. So I cook it almost to well done, but not burnt, okay? Because I'm not a big fan of giving the dogs the raw meat, even though some dog breeds can. But my dogs are really small and they have sensitive stomachs. So I want to make sure that we give them everything that, doesn't mess their stomachs up. So once I get all the rice and stuff in there, which are mainly our two hot ingredients, I just give them a mix and get them all mixed in there. And once we mix this all up, you'll notice that it still is a majority of the bowl filled with meat. Meat is the basis of their diet, and you don't want to overcrowd it with too many other things. But you want to give them things to make sure that they're full, also to help with hair growth and different things like that. And that's why we're going to be adding our spinach and our radishes today. And plus, colorful food is also really good food. So now we have the rice mixed into the ground beef, and we're just going to add in our spinach and radishes. This is added towards the end because we really, really, really don't want the spinach to wilt too much. We want them to have that little bit of a crunch and texture. Think food you would eat, right? You want to make sure that you have texture to your food. You want to make sure you have variety to it. So it's the same thing with the dogs, and we just want to make sure we give them something that's not only healthy for them, but it's also tasty. And Blackie and Girl really love this recipe. Another recipe that they love a lot is russet potatoes and ground beef. We do an organic sirloin ground beef. It's so good for them, and they love, love, love that. But they really do love this wild or white rice with turkey as well. And they love some spinach, and they love a good radish. And what I usually do when I'm putting it in the bowl to top it off, I add a couple of blueberries, which are really, really good for dogs. I didn't know that until I started making homemade dog food. I add a couple of blueberries right on the top, and then they like love it, like devour it. It's like a treat that I usually give them. Like if they're really good, I give them a blueberry. So it's cool. All right. But now we have this all mixed up. Everything is evenly mixed, so you have, in every bite, there's going to be a little spinach, there's going to be a little ground turkey, there's going to be some rice, there's going to be a few pieces of radish. So once we have this mixed up, I like to let it sit for a little bit to cool down. The reason is because then we're going to baggie them up in 1 cup portions because each of them get 1 cup of food for the day. So I'll let this sit for a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys how to bag it up. All right, now we're back. This has been sitting and cooling for a little bit, and now we have our baggies. So I like to use the regular plain sandwich bags that don't have the zip or anything like that because they're easy to fill, and I actually like the way that I can roll them, and it looks like doggy portions. Oops, excuse me. So let me just show you. So I take 1 heaping cup of the food, and I literally just put it in here to portion it out. This is going to allow me to save it freeze it, and I usually just wrap it, and we get these little cute things like this. So once we do this, I let them sit out for a little bit longer, really get to full room temperature, and then I put them in freezer bags and throw them in the freezer. And I take them out the day before to defrost them whenever I'm about to feed the dogs. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to wrap these up and get these in the fridge and in the freezer. But thank you so much for tuning in. Happy eating, happy dogs make happy moms. So thank you guys.